Hey everyone, I'm Amiena, and this week I'm talking about love. Particularly the kind of love that we are looking around for everyone else to give us. Validation, compliments, self-esteem. Cat Williams once said, it's called self-esteem because it has to do with yourself, not with everybody else. And yeah, that's funny, but it's also true. So I get a lot of people asking me for advice, and I love that and I appreciate that. And one of the things that they will ask is, why is it that my husband doesn't talk to me enough or compliment me enough? Am I not good enough anymore? And my response is always the same. Why are you seeking validation from your spouse that you are good enough, or from your boss validation from your boss that you are in fact a good employee? You should be giving that to yourself. You should never be looking outwards for people to come and validate you. That is a recipe for disaster. So let's assess just where you are on the barometer of love. Okay, so I want you to repeat after me. I like myself. Pause and let me know, or at least become aware of the voice inside your head that's usually quite negative. And if it is negative, know that you're with millions of people in the world that also have love issues. And the issue that I have with this mostly is that you don't recognize the currency of love. If I were to hand you a suitcase with thousands of notes of a currency that you didn't recognize, you might just throw it away after a while. You might say eat it, or throw it, use it as compost, or recycle it. You'll do all of these things because you don't recognize the value of it. It's the same with love. If you don't love yourself, how in the world do you expect other people to love you? In fact, they will love you, but you won't recognize it. And I wanted to give you this example. If anyone has ever given you a compliment, somebody you love has given you a compliment, but you weren't in the mood, so you were definitely not loving yourself at that moment. You were depressed or sad or angry, and they give you a compliment, it'll go here and it'll drop off, because for you that's not love. You're not interested in it. It's not real. You'll just throw it away, and that's pretty cruel. Okay, and we can always do that when we don't truly love ourselves. So in fact, this whole idea of finding love, I mean, it's a nice way of putting it, I found love, but in fact you never ever find love, because it's not lying around all over the place. Love is generated within yourself, and if you never truly love yourself, you can forget about loving anybody else. And eventually you'll either do one of two things. You'll surround yourself with toxic people that make you feel bad, or you'll be in a long relationship with somebody that's trying to prove how much they love you, and it'll never work, because you don't know the value of love. You don't recognize the currency of love. So with all my heart and soul, I beg you, start loving yourself, and then you will find that your world will change. But it's not the world that really changes, it's you. You're going to see that when you come home and you're tired and your husband allows you to speak for 5 hours and he doesn't say a word about his job, just so that you can vent, not even vent, just because you're excited and you want to talk about your wonderful day, that's love. And if your colleagues come in and they just pop their head in for a second just to see how you're doing, that's them being thoughtful and caring about you and validating that you're alive. So start appreciating the smaller things in life, and then you'll notice that the bigger picture is actually quite beautiful. Okay, that's me. I love love. I want to spread it all around. Those of you that are on my WhatsApp chat, you know that I send inspirational messages from Monday to Friday. Please, if you'd like to join, you may do so, and we will chat soon. Much love. Have an awesome week ahead. Okay, much love.